Hey guys, we're going to do a little get ready with me today. I'm going to do a full face. It's kind of a palette collection bingo because I did use a random number generator. And we're going to have some real talk. We're going to have some real talk about beauty expectations and the expectations of the beauty community. So stick around. Welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Andi. I'm really happy that you're here. So I was going to do a palette collection bingo. If you're new here, if you're new here, I do a palette collection bingo series. I use a random number generator. It tells me which palette I'm going to do for you. So this is kind of a palette collection bingo. I drew the e.l.f. Rose Gold Nude, and I almost redrew because this is really old. It's not ancient, but it's a little older. And this was, I had this before I started my channel, back before I was even adventurous in makeup. So, yeah, so that's what she looks like. She's very well loved. I was going to redraw, and I'm like, no, because this goes exactly with what I'm going to be talking about today. Using this goes exactly what I'm going to be talking about today. So I decided to do it as a get ready with me because I'm going to be a little chatty. And I'm going to use all drugstore or affordable type makeup. So we're going to, first thing I'm going to do is put my hair up. And I'm going to be using my favorite primer, which is the Wet n Wild Impossible Primer. It comes out like a little, I don't know, it's so odd. It has such an odd texture to it. It is a water-based primer, but it works really well for me. It helps to blend my pores. My pores are never going to be completely blended because they're very large pores. But, you know, it helps. It helps blend them away a little bit. I'm going to use my Kokie concealer, and this is in the shade Medium Beige. So what are we talking about today? We are going to talk about the expectations of the beauty community, what YouTubers like to sell, what some YouTubers would like you to believe, and actual reality. I have gotten myself caught. Okay, rewind. When I started my channel because there were not very many women over the age of 40 or 45 even, that used affordable makeup. And that's something that I really wanted to do. So that's what I started my channel. That was my platform. Let me take my little sponge and just blend that. That's what I started my channel on. And in the past 2 years, I just had my 2-year anniversary for YouTube. In the past 2 years, I've gotten away with that because I got caught in the, first of all, she who dies with the most palettes wins mentality. And the more is more mentality. And I went on a 2-year spending spree, which is fine if that's your thing. That's not really me though, you guys. I have gotten some beautiful palettes. Now most of my high-end palettes have come from the Busy Beauty box. So in all transparency, I did not pay full price for these palettes. I got them from the Busy Beauty boxes, and that's where I'd say almost, or I've gotten them on sale. Like there's only been a few palettes, and I believe they're Nomad palettes that I have paid full price for. Maybe an Ace Beauté or two, but I don't even think those. Yeah, I am going to be using the Neutrogena Flawless Matte CC Cream. And I have the shade 3 Vanilla and 4 Sand. Now I am a little lighter right now, so I'm going to do mostly the 3 Vanilla. But I am going to put a little dot of my sand on my little palette. And if you're new, I use it's a ceramic tile. I just put it on there. So I have been buying palettes like it's my job, and it's not my job because this is my hobby. And it's become kind of a joke. The amount of palettes that I have. Well, recently, this is an AOA Studios brush. High def brush, F1. Recently, I have been showing my makeup collection and a declutter. I already did my palette collection, my eyeshadow palette collection and declutter. And in that video, in that series of videos, I did declutter 37 palettes. Well, I have since decluttered 35 or 40 more behind the scenes, which I will have a video on. I did not film it. I just came up and started pulling because I realized, okay, let me rewind. I got a comment on one of my collection videos, and I can't remember which one it was. Because I don't have a lot of foundations, powders, bronzers, that kind of thing. I don't. My thing is eyeshadow palettes and highlighters. I do have a lot of colored liners, which is dumb because I don't use them, but you'll see that collection when it comes out. But anyway, I was showing that, and this person commented, almost collection. What? Almost collection. Like, because I didn't have as many as what this person does, or I don't have as many as other people, it's not actually a collection, it's almost a collection. That rubbed me the wrong way, and I pinned that comment. So I don't know which video it is, but it is a pinned comment unless they took it down. And I didn't respond. I think I might have hearted it because that's the only way to get it off of my to be comments that I haven't answered or replied. So it was only one. So I think I hearted it, but I didn't comment because my first thing was rude. I was going to put rude because it's rude. It's not a contest, you guys. It's not a contest. It's not. We are inundated with people, with YouTubers, with commercials, all of this ads telling us that we have to buy this or we have to buy that. No, we don't. No, we don't. And here's what I say. If you want to spend $67 on a Huda palette, do it. If that makes you happy, freaking buy that. Hell yeah, buy that. I spent $67 on a Huda palette. The Huda Empowered palette. I've used it in 2 of my videos, recent videos. I took it back. I took it back this past week because I realized it's not an amazing palette for me. It's very dark. I created 3 looks total with this palette, and all 3 looks looked exactly the same, and I used different shades. I'm like, you know what? That doesn't make me happy. And if I spend $67 on something, it better make me ecstatic. So I took it back. Nobody can tell you what to buy. I don't know if I'm going to set my under eyes. They're already creasy. So that comment got me to really thinking about my priorities in my life and the amount of money I've spent the last 2 years. Mostly the last year, you guys. I look at videos a year ago. I don't have this many palettes. And actually, so I have a shelf here, and then one behind me. And then there was one down here that was a halfway full. This one down here is gone. And I've been able to consolidate everything to this shelf and the shelf below it. And then all my ColourPop is behind me on another shelf. Because I realize that they don't make me happy. I bought them or I received them in, like I said, boxes or whatever, and they're okay. I mean, they're not amazing. Why keep it? Why keep something that doesn't make you happy? Don't do that. Well, I'm not telling you don't do that. I'm just saying, me personally, I'm not doing that. I'm not keeping something just to have it. Palette collection bingo a couple weeks ago, or something else that I was filming. This is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in Tan Walnut. Something else that I was filming, I can't remember now. I was trying out the new Danessa Myricks balm, beauty balm. Yummy Skin Balm. And I did a whole first impressions video on it. And I freaking loved it. It was $30 for basically a primer. But it can be used as a primer. It can be used as a sheer foundation. It can be used as a contour, highlight, or setting product, setting powder. And I took it back. It was great the first time I used it. And I used it with the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. And it was beautiful. And then I used it with a couple other foundations, and it was terrible. For my skin. For my skin. I have dry skin. And after I bought it, I watched some videos on it rather than watching the videos before I bought it. That's not that great for dry skin. So I took it back. I went to Sephora, which was a whole shit show in itself. Not the Sephora part, just the getting there part. Our Sephora store is the standalone store, which is where I had to return it. It's kind of far away. And, I mean, not really far away. It's a pain to get to because of traffic. It's always traffic. All the time. So I took it back. I had this epiphany. Like, you don't like it. Take it back. It costs $30. It costs $30. Take it back. The palette costs $67. Take it back. So I took it back. And it made me realize that I don't have a whole lot of stuff that I absolutely love. That I love. And, like I said at the beginning, I have gotten away from my drugstore mentality. So I'm not going to go back to 100% drugstore because I have discovered some higher end products that I do love. But I'm also not going to let anybody else influence what I buy. I'm going to buy it because it makes me happy. I'm going to buy it because I want it. I do want the Huda Rose Quartz palette. I do want the Huda Naughty palette. I will not buy both of those. I will buy one or the other. I did buy the new Nudes. It was on sale at Sephora for $32. $67 palette. So I got it for $32. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my Milani bronzer in Dolce. So I think it's just, you know, I fault myself for getting caught up. It's so easy to get caught up in the crap. This is what you have to buy. If you want to look like this, buy this. If you want to look like this, buy this. Well, the only way I'm going to look like that is if you cut the picture out and tape it to my freaking forehead. I'm not going to look like that. I am 6 months, 5 months away from being 50 years old. I'm never going to look like that. My skin is in great shape. I mean, my skin is so much nicer than what it was 2 years ago. Oh my gosh, I can't even. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Primer Infused Blush in Always Rosy. As you can see, I love this blush. I love this blush. This was the first blush I bought myself. This is the first. So when I say I bought myself, my grandma sold Avon for 50 years. I was an Avon girl. Almost everything I had was Avon. And it was good stuff. Their prices have gotten ridiculous. Matter of fact, I just put in an order. A friend of mine does sell Avon. And I just put in an order for 6 of their liners. Because their liners are amazing. They used to be called Glimmer Sticks. Now they're called something else. Glimmer something. They're $3.50. They used to be $1.99. When I sold Avon, they were $1.99. The problem is their shipping is ridiculous. I'm going to use this Essence Camouflage concealer as my eye base. Yes, I started my channel on drugstore and affordable makeup because I wasn't allowing myself to purchase that. You know, it's hard for moms to buy stuff for themselves. Once my daughter moved out, got her own place, I went buck wild. I'm still buying stuff, you guys. I'm still going to buy stuff, but I'm going to buy it because I want it. There is a video coming out in the next couple weeks. I bought the Glam Light Scooby-Doo release. And I'm really happy that I did because it's awesome. I do swatch that for you in the video. I'm going to take this plain old Wet n Wild brush. First of all, let me show you this. This was my life. This was the first palette I ever bought for myself. It was like $10. It's still available too, by the way, which is another reason why I decided to go ahead and show it. It's still available. It is. Walmart, Target, whatever. It is the, like I said, Rose Gold Nude. e.l.f. Rose Gold Nude. It's like $10. I don't know. It might have gone up now because everything's going up. I'm going to take this shade right here. I'm going to go into my transition. But yeah, if I was wearing an eye look, it was either this or this. That's my color story. That's it. I do love the fact that I am more comfortable with color now. You guys, this is my jam. This is where I'm comfortable. This is what makes my heart happy. So I thought this was a good palette for today's video. Because you only need to buy stuff that makes you happy. Don't buy it because someone tells you to buy it. I'm really careful. I show you guys the palettes that I get. I swatch them for you. I tell you what I think of them. I try to be really careful to not tell you to go buy it. Because I'm not the boss of you. I'm not the boss of you. So you need to do what makes you happy. If buying a high-end palette makes you happy, then buy the high-end palette. If you can't afford a high-end palette, there's no shame in that. There's no shame in that. There are plenty of affordable palettes. Plenty. Makeup Revolution is at Target. I think their palettes are $10 to $14, depending. Well, some of them I think are like in the $7, $8 range. Profusion. Profusion is a very affordable brand. I highly recommend that you go, if you haven't already, go follow Jen Phelps. Jen Phelps is a much larger YouTuber. She has 112,000 subscribers. And she dupes. She will take a high-end palette and she will show you. She just did this. She took the 5 new releases. I think it was the Natasha Denona Dream, the Huda Empowered, the Rose Quartz, maybe? I can't remember by Huda. She duped several. And sometimes she dupes it with other high-end palettes. But a lot of times she will dupe with affordable palettes. And she's not going to tell you that something is good if it isn't good. I'm going to go into this shade right here. I'm going to put that in my crease. Same brush. Just doing tiny circles. Anthony just sneezed. While the comment that I was talking about earlier really bothered me, it really did snap me out of my crap. I let myself get caught up in the hype of things. There are palettes that were out a year ago that nobody's talking about now. There were still good palettes from ColourPop. They're still on the site. They're very affordable, especially when they have sales. When ColourPop has sales, and you can get a 9-pan palette for $11. I mean, that is an awesome quality palette. They're not all created equal, but 90% of the ColourPop palettes that I've used are great. I did get a little bit of fallout there. Eee. Now I'm going to go into this shade right here. I'm going to put that in my outer corner. Do not let people make fun of you. If you have one foundation, I was watching a YouTuber the other day, Alessandra something, Lisette? I just recently started watching her because she was doing panning. You know what? I'm going to go into this shade right here. That one has glitter in it. I'm going to go into this brownish shade. She has 2 foundations. Two liquid foundations. Now, I don't know how many eyeshadow palettes she has, because that's her downfall, too. Pretty things. Pretty things get me. Pretty shiny things. I was watching her. Wow, I'm getting a lot of fallout. A lot of fallout, guys. But I was watching her, and she was like, stuff that she no longer buys. And why? Now, she does get PR. Don't get me wrong. She does get PR. Wow, that's a lot of fallout. and not very pigmented. But when I used to use this palette, I didn't know what that meant. What do you mean not very pigmented? I don't even know what that means. I was really happy that the number generator chose this. Yeah, you guys, I'm still going to buy stuff. I'm still going to show you the stuff that I bought. I have a lot of plans coming up for 2023, and I will get more into that toward the end of the year. I mean, it's in the end, it is the end of the year, but I will get more into that like right before New Year's. Because I'm still ironing some stuff out. I am going to be using my own. Do you see this? Do you like that? Wow. This is a really old palette, guys. Wow. Maybe I shouldn't use this. This palette is so dusty. It's so old. I shouldn't have used it. I hope it doesn't irritate my eyes. Okay, that's it for the mattes. We're going to go with some shimmers. Shimmer brush from, well, it's not a shimmer brush. It is a E121 brush from AOA Studios. And I am going to go into this shade right here. Shimmer. I will probably have to spray it. I'm just going to put that on the outer part of my lid to middle. Yeah, I'm going to concentrate on using my stuff that I have. I'm going to do a project 3 uses. If I use it 3 times and don't love it, it's out. Yes, which is what I do with palettes anyway. If I use them 3 times and I don't love them, then they're gone. Yeah. I just do all that behind the scenes. Okay, now I'm going to turn that brush over and I'm going to go into this shade right here and put that in the front part of my lid. This is very basic, guys. It's just basic. I'm going to grab a fluffy brush and kind of blend this out up here. If you could see all the kick up, and I know that it's because of its age and not because of its quality. Do you see all of that dust? It's because of its age, because it never did this before when I used it. And it's so non-pigmented. But that's okay. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it just like that. I'm going to use the Revlon Color Stay liner in black, and I'm going to tight line with it. Not every product works for everyone, but I do love these liners. I bought it a couple months ago. I hadn't used it because I have so many black liners, but I used to buy them all the time, and I love them. And I'm just going to tight line. I'm not doing any other liner. I am going to use my Wet n Wild Mega Wear mascara. This has a very small, very thin spoolie brush. I'm going to use my Essence Lash Princess. I just got this for like $3.49 at Ulta. They had them on sale. The Wet n Wild Mega Wear I got at the Dollar Tree. This Lash Princess, I will put up against any high-end mascara. I will. All day long. Okay, now I'm going to go with this Essence Make Me Brow. It is a brow tamer, brow. I need to do my brows again. The woman that does the threading at my nail salon doesn't work there anymore. So I was like loving that. The first time was a little, because I didn't know what to expect. But, oh. Okay, I'm going to go in with this Essence Lip Liner in the shade Tea Time. And I'm going to go in with my NYX Liquid Suede liquid lipstick in Soft Spoken. My favorite liquid lipstick. Drugstore. This is me, you guys. This is my cool neutral, barely there. That's me. That's what I wear to work. This is what if I'm going out shopping, this is what I'm wearing. I love embracing color because I've never done it before, other than the 80s. That didn't count. I love learning new things. I'm going to continue to learn new things. I'm going to continue to try new things. New shades. See if they work for me, see if they don't. But in my heart, this is me. And this is what I love. So I was really happy to be able to do that for you today using an OG palette. I do recommend this palette. This is very old. When I used to wear it, it did not have this kind of fallout. It did not. I promise you that. Did it have any fallout? I can't remember. But it definitely didn't have that much fallout. And it had more pigment than that. But that's okay. Because I wanted to use it. It came up on the number generator. I will be taking that out of the number generator, or I will be taking that out of the spreadsheet, and I will be just keeping it for nostalgia to remember where it came from. Same with this one right here. I will be keeping those because those are where I came from. So you guys, I really hope that you enjoyed the real talk today. I was just really like, I don't know. I've gotten so far away from me that I'm reining it back in. Now, I'm still going to wear color. I'm still going to try new palettes. I'm still going to buy things. I'm just going to think about it first. Really I hit that, add to cart, I got to think about it. I'm going to sleep on it and see if I really do want it, or if I just want it because everybody says it's great. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I've gotten away from that. I've gotten away from my senses and my sense. I'm still going to grow my channel. I'm going to continue to grow myself and my channel and do a lot of different things in the next year. So hopefully you will be along for the ride with me. And I really appreciate being here. And until our next adventure, everyone have a great day, and we'll see you later.